Hello everyone, I'm Kafil from SAMS and I would like to guide you through the process of reviewing and approving the field monthly progress and deliverable report MPDR of the consultant using the SAMS HRIS portal via this YouTube video tutorial. You should have already received your login credentials for the SAMS HRIS portal. Please use these credentials to log in at the URL provided in the credential email. In these demonstrations, I will use the test URL. Here you can see it's written test.hris.sams.co.in. This is for the testing purpose only, but the actual URL SAMS HRIS portal address is hris.sams.co.in, which already been shared with you with the credentials of this portal. So let's start to learn how to approve the MPDR of the consultant shared with the concerned program officers and supervisors. So first of all, we need to log into the portal. The same credentials need to be used for login to the portals. Here I will use my credentials to demonstrate for the login purpose. After putting the user ID here and password in this field, need to click on I'm not a robot. After clicking on I'm not a robot, need to click on sign in. The moment you will click on sign in, one OTP will be shared on your registered email ID and mobile number as well. Here also I get my OTP. I will put my OTP in this field. Without putting the OTP here, we can't go ahead and we can't go on the portal menus. So the moment I click on the click on submit of the OTP, I will be redirected here. So you could see there are few options are given here. So we need to click on MPDR report options, which will take you to the records of the consultant MPDR details under the concerned programs. So here you can see the consultant MPDR details has been populated here. So you need to select or click on view MPDR. The moment you will click on view MPDR, you could see two options are here, because we are using this portal or the consultant who are working on the multiple programs. That's why two options has been given here. So he has shared two MPDRs. So first we'll view this one. The first one, the moment you will click on this button, the list of MPDR which has been filled by the consultant and shared with us is populated here. So he has not given any details of 1st August. He started on 2nd August. As you could see in this field, in this column, this is the consultant deliverables, a scope of work, same which has been provided in their DRF or consultancy agreement we shared with them. So according to the deliverables or scope of the work, scope of work, consultant has selected the deliverables, and against these deliverables they have provided the activity performed progress towards assigned deliverables. Here you could see the consultant has provided the details, what has been the outcome against the deliverables item, and here you could see in the details of the place of performance. He has provided the details. He has worked two places. I've given these details as examples only. Most probably the details of one locations may come, and here you could see the status of deliverables, because on consultant portals two options are there. One is ongoing and one is of completion. So consultant is indicated that against these deliverables the work is still under progress, so that's why they have chosen ongoing. So against each deliverables provided, deliverable details provided by the consultant, program officers or supervisors can give their comments, feedback, suggestions by putting the details here. This is not a mandatory field. If program officers or supervisors want to skip these fields, they can skip also. So this is not mandatory field. Or any feedback or any suggestions against these deliverables, if program officers wants to give, they can give the details here. So as you could see, like consultant has provided the details of their deliverables day wise here on 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So against each days, if you wants to give the feedback, they can provide the feedback, otherwise they can keep it as it is. So now we'll move to the bottom of the MPDR. In the bottom of the MPDR, the details of the consultant rest of days is given. In a month, 2 days is allowed as a rest of days if consultant has taken 1 days, or 2 days. The details of the rest of days availed by the consultant will reflect here, and whatever the balance rest of days is available in the month, details will come also here. Here we have given the options, like say for example, if consultant instead of 2 days, consultant avail the leave of 4 days, that means 2 extra days consultant would have taken. So the details of extra 2 days will show here in this column. Now there would be 2 options with the program officers, like the extra leave or excess rest of days of the consultant to be adjusted with the professional fees. If program officers, supervisors say no, so no deductions will be done. If program officers or supervisors say click on yes, so deductions will be done. So after this, now supervisor or program officer has to provide the outcome of the MPDR. There are 2 options for outcome. One is approved, the second one is not approved. In case this is approved, then MPDR final assessment or remark is optional. If supervisors or program officers wants to give the final feedback, they can give the final feedback. And in case this is optional, here also is not mandatory. In case program officers or supervisors not approve this MPDR of the consultant by any reasons, so the moment consultant program officers or supervisors click on not approved, so this field, the MPDR final assessment field, would be mandatory, because the same details or remarks will go to the consultant in case of not approved. So consultant will rework on the MPDR and will resubmit for the approval for that particular month. Then there is options of checking the box here. After checking the box means certifying that undersigned has completed the verifications and approval process and need to submit. The moment you click on the submit, this will be submitted, this will be approved, and the same will be notified to the consultant as well. You could see here the consultant are being notified that your August MPDR has already been approved by your program officers. These notifications will be sent by the HRIS SAMS portal only. In case of not approval, then again the same message will go to the consultant that your MPDR has not been approved for this month. You need to rework on this MPDR, and they will resubmit to you for the approval. After the submissions, you can see here I have I have kept one approved MPDR as well. So after approval, it will show like this on the portal: approved. And once you approved, you will not approve, you will not able to approve it again, and you can view the MPDR in the PDF format as well. You could see like here it's showing approved, and the details of the MPDR is there. Your feedback will come here against each deliverable. So this was the process for approving the MPDR. I would like to acquaint you one of the important things on this during the process of MPDR approval. You could see here the moment MPDR is shared by the consultant, against that MPDR the invoice is generated. So you could see here the link of the MPDR, link of the invoice against this MPDR is generated, and you could view by clicking on this button. One thing I would like to inform you here, since the MPDR of this particular consultant has not been approved, so the invoice, this is just a sample invoice. This is not the final one invoice. You could see over here invoice date is not coming, invoice number is not coming. All the details would be there, but this would not be the final professional fee invoice. So he has created two MPDR, so two approval of MPDR is required, and his fee has been divided accordingly. So mostly, almost I think 95% are consultant, 95% consultant are working on the single program. So the single MPDR for that particular month will come, and single invoice will come. Prove the MPDR, consultant invoice has been generated finally. You could see from here, this one is the approved MPDR, and based on the approval of the MPDR by the program officers, the final invoice of the consultant has also. After approval of the MPDR, you could see here the final invoice has been generated. So how we would identify that? This is the final invoice. You could see here the invoice date has been given, and the invoice number has also been given. So this is the final versions of the invoice has been generated against the MPDRs shared by the consultant, and the moment MPDR is approved, the consultant is apprised that your MPDR has been approved, and the final versions of the same invoice is shown on his page also, his or her page also. Here we could view the invoice in the PDF format as well by clicking on this icon, the PDF icon. Here we could see this is the final versions of the invoice generated. In this invoice you could see the invoice reference number has been provided, invoice date has also been given. In this invoice you could see the details of the project programs as well, and the ION number of the project or program has also been provided in this invoice. The professionals fee has also, you could see the professionals fee in the invoice. So I'm almost through with these demonstrations of approving of or reviewing of MPDR of the consultant. In case you have any observations and you need further clarifications on this, feel free to reach out to us on this number, or you can write to Simon. He is the lead on his email ID simon@sams.co.in. If any technical supports required, you can also write to us. Our technical persons will guide you, or in case any further guidance is required, our technical persons will take your systems on remote and will guide you through with this. approval of the MPDR. Thank you so much for your time.